What up, y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Everything Black with the Real Dwight Thomas. Today, I am super hyped because we're going to be doing our first ever episode of Advice from an Average Black Man, where you, the people, ask me, the Real Dwight Thomas, an average black man, for advice, and I deliver. If you haven't gotten to submit anything that you want advice on yet, don't worry. Just click the link below and go to my link tree and submit whatever it is you need advice on. So, with that said, I'm ready to get into it. Y'all ready? Roll a clip. Y'all came out the gate swinging with this first one. So, why don't more men capitalize on mental foreplay? I'm going to start by just keeping it a bean. If I'm keeping it real with you, most men don't even understand physical foreplay, much less mental foreplay. Most men are not taught about how a woman's body works. I bet you that if you asked a man right now how many women actually orgasm from physical penetration, they would not be able to tell you that less than 50% of women actually orgasm just from physical penetration alone. But men are taught that the goal is to get in, get the job done, and get out. And so they completely miss their opportunity to please a woman because no one is telling them to please a woman. Now, we got to go backwards before we go forwards, right? So first, women, I want y'all to think about how many times y'all were actually given the advice to speak freely about your desires, about how you want to be pleased, about what makes you feel good or comfortable, or even to speak freely about sex, right? Like, what is sex? What does it mean for a woman to have sex? So I would argue that most women will say that that was never a thing. They just are told to be safe when they're having sex and that a woman shouldn't have multiple bodies. Now, and also if you do have multiple bodies, that you're seen as promiscuous, right? Now for men, I want you to think about the talk that you've ever gotten or when you've ever heard from another guy about what it means to please a woman. You probably haven't gotten much information on that, right? We're just taught to have safe sex and to be careful. You don't want to get anyone pregnant. You don't want to catch an STD. But no one is talking to men about when you are intimate with a woman, you need to be actively working to please her. And that doesn't just mean that you need to just get in there and do the thing and get out. That means that you need to take time to learn and understand a woman's body. And for a lot of men, that's taboo and they don't understand it. So they just ready to jump in. And then a lot of women are conditioned to just stroke a man's ego. So what happens is, especially when we're younger, there's a lot of women that really love y'all. It's a lot of girls that really love y'all because y'all are not doing nothing for them. And they just sticking beside you. Got to stick beside them because they really mess with you for real. But if you really think about it, I guarantee you that most women in hindsight, when you talk to them about their first few sexual experiences, will really tell you that the person that they was with wasn't really doing nothing for them, but they didn't say anything because they thought they were not supposed to. And then for men, we don't understand how the woman's body works, so we're not asking. We're not asking or even trying. But listen, I'm a munch, so let's not get it twisted. But what I'm saying is that we're not taught to be, right? We're not having these conversations. And so what happens is that we skip over foreplay as a whole, right? And I'm talking about physical and mental foreplay because both things are equally as important. The other thing is that you really have to start talking to your partner about what they like. Ask questions. Also, just share. Like, women should feel empowered as well as men to say, this works for me, this doesn't work for me. And to be honest, if the person that you with can't get behind it, there's other people out there that's finna, you know what I'm saying? That's finna get into it. They finna do all the things that you asking to. All the things your man won't do. Somebody else is gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it is freeing, it's liberating to say, like, don't get stuck in this endless cycle of somebody who is not interested or willing to please you or ask or understand or learn about your body. And as for anybody, you have to hold boundaries for yourself. It's important. You have to share what works for you and what doesn't and be extra communicative because it matters. It really matters. All right, that first one was no joke, but this one is pretty dope too. So what's the best way to get a girl to like you? And I'm going to start by saying, that's your first mistake, King. That's your first or queen, whoever asked it. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to keep it. I don't know who need to hear this. I do. But ask around. When somebody likes you, they like you. Y'all are spending way too much time trying to force somebody to like you. You will know because they will show you that they like you. People like who they like. And the problem is that a lot of us hear, like, I don't really like you, I'm not really attracted to you. And then we go out of our way to try to find a way to make somebody like you. Listen to me. Love yourself first. You know what I'm saying? If that person don't like you, it's all right. There's somebody out there that will. You don't need to chase somebody, and I get it. It's hard when you have a crush. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you really feeling somebody or you feel like somebody's super dope. But while you trying so hard to make that person like you, they are not gonna like you. You really, and I'm so serious. I know it hurts to hear, but you can't force somebody to like you. Now, what I will say is you can keep somebody interested in you, right? So, though that person may like you at first, it's easy to really become unattractive to somebody by the things you do, the way you speak, the way you dress, things like that. So, there are ways to continue to have someone like you or fall for you, but you cannot force them to. Now, with that being said, once somebody does like you have to spend time curating that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Really spend time, making sure that that person continues to like you, that they continue to feel attracted to you. And some of that is by way of showing up in the way that you did when they first decided they like you or y'all had that initial attraction. And also, don't just jump into it and be like, yo, do you like me? Because sometimes people may be attracted to you, but it takes a minute to figure out if they like you, right? So just start off talking. You know what I'm saying? Be normal. Just start off having conversation. You can absolutely share with them that you're attracted and that you're interested in getting to know them more, but take it easy because sometimes you move too fast and that attraction dies out slow. And then once y'all have an attraction towards each other, the things that you were doing at the start, I cannot stress this enough. Don't just let them go. Like, obviously, people are going to grow and mature, but when you were doing something on the onset and that made somebody like you got to keep doing those things because that's the reason that they fell for you. But also, keep doing little things to keep them in love with you. Like, people don't just stay in love with you because you are who you are. And I know, some of y'all really feel like y'all got it like that. I'm sorry to tell you, you don't. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is that somebody else is going to catch their eye and start doing things that you're refusing to do for them. And then you're going to be sad and alone. So I wouldn't say like, how do you get someone to like you? I would say, how do you keep somebody liking you? You feel me? And also know that you're worth it. Like, be clear. If you don't like me, that's cool. You don't gotta like me, and not everybody that you find attractive or you like is gonna like you. And that's good. But when you feel good about yourself and you that guy, that girl, that they, them, and everything in between, yeah. Nobody can tell you nothing. So stay confident. Don't let nobody play in your face. Do not let nobody play in your face. Let me stress that again. Don't let nobody play in your face. But also, take it easy and know that there's somebody out there for everybody. So if somebody doesn't like you, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you'll be all right. Just focus on yourself and keep building so that you can get to where you need to be and find somebody that's right for you. All right. So this next one says, how long should the talking stage be? I'm not going to hold y'all. I got mad PTSD from this question. I'm going to keep it G. Like, this question stresses me out because I feel like all of us have been in situations where we have either been in a talking stage for too long or not long enough. And I want to say this, and I'm going to keep it honest with y'all. I have become a master at situationships. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, most of my past, like, situations, like, recently have been situationships because I personally feel like this new generation of people, like, y'all be trying to jump out of the talking stage after a month and be together. And I just feel like you need to spend time getting to know somebody before y'all get out the talking stage. Like, y'all be like, oh yeah, we've been talking for like 3 months. Why haven't they asked me if I'm trying to be with them or asked me to be their boyfriend or their girlfriend? Like, give it time. Like, you're never gonna, like, some of us are not trying to get married tomorrow. I'm trying not to make this about me, y'all. I'm trying not to make this about me. Some of us don't want to get married tomorrow. Some of us really want to get to know you. And if you're dating to find your lifelong partner, you really need to spend time getting to know them. Like, how do I know I want to spend the rest of my life with you when I've only been talking to you for like a month or two? Nobody is going to be like, yeah, let's just jump right into it. Like, there's so many things that go into a relationship and making sure that a relationship is fruitful. But nowadays, people have these time limits on how long a talking stage should be or how long it should not be. And I really think that there is no set time. Like, I can't tell you. What I will say is that though I may not want to jump into a relationship after 2, 3 months, that's not to say that that's not everybody's preference. And some people are out there and want to do that. But you also need to say that at the onset of the talking stage with the person that you're seeing. You need to let them know, because sometimes what you want don't match what they want. And you cannot force people to move at your pace. So it's okay to be like, yeah, I'm trying to be in a relationship within the next 3 months. And if they say they can't meet that standard, to be like, yeah, this is not going to work. Cool. It is what it is. But what's not okay is to rush somebody along or to play in somebody's face. Let's also talk about the flip end. If you know that you're not in a rush to be in a relationship and you heard them say that they're trying to be in a relationship in the next 3 months, you need to leave them alone. Leave them alone. I don't care how much you like them. You're not trying to meet their expectation. And it's cool, but you need to allow them to find somebody who is. But also, I'm not trying to get married to you just because I met you this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's February and you want to talk about marriage and having kids, and that's cool, because I think eventually we need to have those conversations. But I don't want to be misinterpreted as someone who wants to get married. And I feel like the more we keep pushing this like toxic dating culture around like how long should the talking stage be, do you need to rush him or her, blah blah blah, the more dangerous and dirty this water finna get. The dating world is a cesspool. It's a cesspool. And so we got to be careful, because honestly, it's too much going on out there for us to be rushing people. And also, we just got out of a pandemic. Like, people are recovering mentally, physically, emotionally. Everybody's going through something different. So I think this talking stage should be as long as you want it to be, but also don't play in nobody's face. If you know you're not trying to be with them, pack it up. Pack it up. Get somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. And when you're ready, you'll settle down. But I will never tell nobody how long the talking stage should be. My best advice to y'all is don't let nobody rush you into a relationship that you're not ready to be in. And two, make sure that you're clear on the onset about what your timeline is for other people, so they can know whether or not they can meet those expectations. Do not try to trick people into doing what you want them to do. It's not going to work. And to be honest, even if they do but get in a relationship with you, they're going to resent you, and they're going to remind you that you rushed them and forced them to get in a relationship. Let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. You know what I'm saying? Go at the pace you want to go at. But yeah, the only advice I have are those two things. Other than that, I cannot give you a timeline. I'm so sorry, my friend. All right, and our last one for this episode. So you asked, what is an ideal date for men? Ladies, and more ladies. And also fellas, because I don't know who asked this, right? I want y'all to understand that though it seems easy to fall into the trap, every man is different. Every woman is different. Every person is different. There's no like one size fits all for men. Like, there's some men who like sports. There are some men who like hiking. There are some men who like dancing. There are some men who like concerts and singing. There are men who like art. Like, there's so many different directions you can go in. My best advice to everyone out there, anyone who's dating somebody, not even just men, find out what that person likes, and then decide on what the best date for that person is. Because if you get in your mind that men like this specific thing, you're going to get your feelings hurt eventually. Because like for me, I'm not into sports. So anything related to sports is not an ideal date for me. I'm going to be bored. I might do it just to, appease you, but it's not something I'm really going to enjoy. I also don't even really like being outside for real. Like, if you wanted to do an in-the-house date, like, that's cool with me. I prefer an in-the-house date. Netflix, wine, chilling, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I don't want to go on a date with you outside, because I could do that too. And if that's your preference in a date, then just making sure that you honor that. But for anybody who's interested in an ideal date for their significant other, a partner, whether it's male, woman, anything in between, they, them, gender non-conforming, make sure that you ask your person. Everybody is different. Everybody wants something different. So I say, and this is, y'all can hear me saying this time and time again throughout this entire episode, is like, Ask people. Communication is key, folks. Outside of even just this question alone, like, y'all, communication is a love language. Communication is going to open up all the doors. Y'all think that looking good is going to carry y'all, smelling good is going to carry y'all. That's not enough. You have to have personality. Your only personality can't be that you have swag. Swag don't pay the bills. Your only personality trait can't be that you look good. Nobody cares about that eventually. And also, looks can fade. Like, y'all have to communicate and have personality and really get to know the person and invest time in them. But yeah, I can't really tell you what the ideal date for your partner is. I would just suggest that you get to know them. Now, me personally, if y'all want to know what mine is, take me to a concert. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hear some dope R&B or like some OD dope rap. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even like concerts like that. But anyway, like, also chill in the crib. Like, I'm cool with that. You know, do something nice, like an active service in the crib, and I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just want to be around you. So it's as simple as that. And it also depends on how far along you are in your relationship, because I do not advise that in the start of your relationship, y'all just do Netflix and chill all the time if y'all don't both love to just Netflix and chill. Don't let that be the standard if you like to be outside or you like to do outside dates. Do more, because messing with somebody like me, I love it. So if you like it, I love it. So I'm going to chill in the crib with you, and I'm going to be good because I think that's what we both like. But the key is asking and making sure that you're intentional and upfront at the start. So yeah, I think the through line for this entire episode is talk to people, communicate, get to know the people you want to be with. Like, if you really like somebody, you'll spend time getting to know them. And on the flip side, if anybody likes you, they're going to spend time getting to know you. They will find the time. So yeah, don't let nobody play in your face. Don't let nobody play in your face. Alright, y'all, that's it for today's episode. And if you have not gotten to ask advice from an average black man, don't worry, it's not too late. Click that link. Click that link tree below and fill out the form. And let me know what you need. And while we're here, I don't understand why some of y'all haven't subscribed. Subscribe, like, comment, run it up. I'm just saying. But yeah, until next time, roll the clip.